Hello everyone. I have built so many models. Now it's time to give all of them a review. And well, stuff like that. So from the start to the end. So first of all, we have the Challenger. I would give this a 10 out of 10. Then we have the Shinkansen. Give this, okay, 10 out of 10. This is South African freight locomotive, 10 out of 10. Okay, can't really remember where I went. Then I went with the Pickets. I'll give these 10 out of 10. Wow. Funny. Then I went on to making a mallard. I would give this mallard a 10 out of 10. Here's the Hogwarts Express. Maybe I would give it a 9 out of 10. Yeah, 10 out of 10. This locomotive, I don't know what it's called. I just made this train up, so I'm going to give it 8 out of 10 because I don't know what this thing is called. I don't know what country it is. There we go. I guess these are 10 out of 10 there. The South African passenger trains. I'm going to give my advanced bullet train 10 out of 10. A bridge 10 out of 10. So what about my typical locomotive? Maybe 5 out of 10. My ship is going to be maybe 5 out of 10. And maybe 9 out of 10. Because, well, first of all, medieval ships were sailing ships. And they were much bigger than this one. That's my red arrow wanting to take off. Oh, is that one flying overhead? I don't know why I heard an airplane noise. So, and second of all, okay, so first of all, well, they were actually not sailing ships, not steamships. And second of all, what ship has a cobblestone hull? This, I don't know what the heck this thing is. So I'm going to give it a 0 out of 10. It looks like a car on a train. These things, I think I would give them a 10 out of 10. I literally did a bit of interior there. I might review these. It's time to move on to my red arrows. 10 out of 10. Super realistic. Look there. Doesn't that just look realistic? Doesn't this just look so realistic? Especially when it's like these things and it's up in the air. It looks so much more realistic when it's up in the air like a real airplane. It's got beak. This, it's not meant to be a train, it's a sound. Sounds like a train, huh? Some silly people, like my dad, think it sounds like someone walking on the grass. Sounds nothing like that. Here are my scrapped E2, my E2. Thomas, which is actually based on the E2. And we have Candy Pop, Slime, and Honey Thomas. And then we have the 2 diesels. So I would give all of those a 9 out of 10 because they're not on the scale as all of the other trains. These I would give a 10 out of 10. They are meant to be diesel chances. I can't remember all of those very famous ones. And then we have all my cars. I would give them a 10 out of 10. So cute. My gun. Oh, it's so good. I'm going to give it a 100 out of 10. That's how good it is. It looks like the real thing. This is what the real thing looks like. Oh my word, it's just so realistic. Star Express. It's a model train. So I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. Actually, I'm probably gonna give it a 1. No, a point 2 out of 10. Why? It's not because of the model I made. It's because of the real version of it. Now, it's not like the Surrey Express is a real train. It's actually the Mahana Western train set. It's the worst set ever. The worst bit, and the bit that's worst about the train set, is that it comes with a modern hopper car. Seriously, why would you be expecting a modern hopper car on an old Wild West train? Okay, here's the Central Rail repairing train. I'll give this a 10 out of 10. Maybe a 9 out of 10 because the braking coach is literally an old train coach. I do have other train coaches. Okay, much more realistic. Moving on to our new ones in my last 2 videos. So yeah, this I can't remember don't know what it's called, so I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 because I don't know what it's called. Yeah. What does it look like to you? It's maybe a silly Batman train set. Oh word. 0 out of 10. It's an Intercity 125. 0 out of 10. That thing looks rubbish. Okay. Maybe, oh no. This deserves a 10 out of 10. It's the biggest locomotive ever. And that's just real. Biggest locomotive ever. Here are my coaches. I'm going to give these a 10 out of 10. They look like the real thing. The only downside, and this is to most of our train, to most of my trains, except for the Shinkansen, the Mallard, the Challenger, and these 2 diesels, those 2 diesels, and the gun, and I forgot to review this one, the 10 out of 10, the U-Train or the Unique Train from UK. 10 out of 10. So, and this one. Those are all of my trains that you're actually meant to get into. But look out from the outside. Need to go. Next we have the Mallard. Some people call it the Mallard. Can you please stop saying that? It's the Mallard. Fire went out. Let's just put the fire back on again. Okay, let's get some flint and steel. I know, Dave, flint and steel is dangerous, especially when your trains are made from wood, especially when your trains are made from wool. Seriously need to go. That boat over there, 10 out of 10. Okay. Okay. This airplane from the 1890s. 10 out of 10. It looks super realistic. This is actually what they used to look like. Okay. This is a GWR toad wagon thing. And this is a cattle wagon. That's all for this video. And goodbye. That wraps it up for this video.